crazy is not so crazy, and it really one shouldn't use the word crazy because that invokes a state of mind which is uncontrollable. Having a off the wall or off the beaten track, off the mainstream ideas as a scientist is not crazy. It's just showing that you can be innovative in your thinking. I think we should reward that a little bit more. I think at the moment we're still stuck in this technological revolution. The techniques, the omics revolution has been incredible, but it's just methods. There's no thought there. It's like if I smash up these cells and I take single cell RNA or nuclear RNA, now it's always getting more intricate in the levels, then I'm going to find something. But where's the hypothesis?
Yeah.
The hypothesis, I guess, is if I smash up the tissue and use these techniques, I'm going to find them. So I think we need to get back to hypothesis-driven research, and really a hypothesis is a statement that you either prove or disprove. So you can have that weird idea and make a hypothesis of it, and then it's testable. So like give people a chance to do things which are a little bit not so mainstream. When I'm teaching research to both supervisors and to PhD students, I really stress the importance of actually understanding what a scientific hypothesis is. And it's quite interesting that many people who are not young, the established group leaders, can't actually. I've asked them to give me a definition. What's the definition of scientific hypothesis? And 50% of people actually can't do it. They talk about the research aim, the research question. It's not. The hypothesis is a statement. And the example I usually give is this: the sun will shine tomorrow. That's my hypothesis. What will you do to test that hypothesis? I'll look out the window. What happened? It was raining. You disproved the hypothesis. What's the new hypothesis? The sun will shine the next day instead. And it's really that. My hypothesis and my research is that I will develop a therapy which will slow down or cure neurodegenerative diseases. That's what I do through applying DNA origami or amniotic epithelial cells or vaccinating with modified proteins. Those are my hypotheses, and I test them, and they either work or they don't work. I prove them or disprove them. The aim is something else. The aim is more towards knowledge, which supports the hypothesis, but the hypothesis has to be a statement. This will happen, and you either prove it will happen or you disprove it, and then you have to come up with a new one. This should be fundamental, and the weirdest thing is that when we publish scientific journal articles, we never, ever state the scientific hypothesis that we're testing. I mean, what we start with science, you should start with the scientific hypothesis, and then you can explain the study that you've done to prove it or not to prove it. But we never, ever, it should be fundamental. That should be the first thing that's in a scientific publication. The scientific hypothesis was. But it's a fundamental flaw. If we're doing science, then that's what it should be based on. Of course, if you've managed to publish something, then you've usually proved your hypothesis, or some of the time. And if not, then when you don't actually get the expected findings, we did a study a few years ago, and we thought that if we depleted microglia in an Alzheimer's mouse model, which overexpresses tau protein, then we'd have an effect. But we didn't actually get too much of an effect, but we could still publish the results. But it's really sort of negative findings, and that would be good. You just say you disprove the hypothesis, like not 100%, but I think it would be. I think it should be standard. Maybe I should start a journal and start doing that.